Hideout Academy. I've got Chelsea, also Max joining this morning. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you again for your support of us here on Nashville's Independent Radio, of course, our studio sponsor. And it's fantastic to talk about it. And I'm excited about digging a little bit deeper. And actually, Chelsea and I were just talking off air a little bit, and there was some breaking news for me. But want to welcome you here to the studio that you all sponsor. And I guess let's start with a little weird bazaar happening on Monday. Let's talk a little bit about that.
All right, so we're going to have some drag performances by Faye Ludes, and there's going to be fire performers, and we're going to have some really fun strolling characters as well, and some sideshow performances. And the whole goal is to bring people to the Academy to kind of let people know who we are, let them see the space, and hopefully get some students enrolled after they see how fun it can be.
Right on. Yeah, I see. It's a little weird bazaar. The copy I have in front of me says art showcases, merchants, oddities, and everything in between. I think that pretty much covers it all.
And some popcorn.
And popcorn. And kids and pets are welcome as well, right? On Monday?
Absolutely.
This will be from 3 until 8 o'clock, 4409 Charlotte Avenue. You can also visit hideoutacademy.com. But Max, you mentioned the upcoming classes. They begin early December, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. I want to talk with both of you about some incentive, I think is an apt word, right? You've actually got a chance for new enrollees to actually save some money on tuition. So let's talk a little bit about that and a little bit about what sets Hideout Academy apart. So Chelsea, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We can talk about the money here in a second, but you have worked in salons, and that kind of is what led you to say, I think I could start my own and maybe do it a little bit different. And we'll go ahead and say a little bit better. So tell us a little bit about your background.
I'm not afraid to say a little bit better.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm not either then.
So I mean, I've been a stylist for 21 years, and I honestly was really lucky to go to a school that I felt like had a pretty progressive education, although there were things that, I did not know until 5-6 years into the industry. But the biggest thing has been, I've had a Hideout Salon and Lounge for 7 years now. And we see these people come out of school wanting to be hairstylists, and that's just not possible. It's not obtainable. And it typically takes about another year of retraining them and us paying them to relearn things that they really should have learned in the first place.
Okay.
It save a year of their lives and $20,000.
The money that they pay.
The money that
right.
So a lot of that curriculum, we were like, let's just start from the very beginning. And get it at the source, get it when people have not already wasted their time and their money, and really ignite that. So we're really excited for the Academy. Really excited to have a space where you can truly be who you are, and not feel like you're a suppressed version of yourself. So,
I love one of the taglines is, come as you are, leave as a pro. And I think that's really cool too, that it's almost, I would imagine too, just with in the other schools that you're talking about where it costs so much money and it takes so much time, there's probably some overlap, right? Are there what you would call kind of the essentials or the basics when it comes to, getting that skill set? And then from there, what is different about Hideout Academy?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some basics. The state mandates a lot of the curriculum, but there are no values on how many actual haircuts you have to do, how many colors you have to do. So you are learning a lot of the anatomy and the state board and sanitation. That is kind of the building block of a lot of cosmetology schools. But we're focusing on making sure that you cannot just pass state board, that you are going to be able to fully be a stylist, be able to color, cut, do every service that, is within that wheelhouse. And we really have some advanced classes, and we're lucky with Evo to have some advanced educators as well coming in from all over the world to come help educate. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I would imagine that, different corners of the globe, it's also going to have a little bit of different influence, right? That's
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Max and I have done education under some of the best Evo educators, and even after doing this for 21 years, there's still so much to learn that I can learn from other people from different places. So yeah, absolutely.
The industry is just, I mean, constantly evolving. I think that, it is continuing, like continuous education always, I think, as a stylist is something that you have to focus on. But, I think that what is different is that, like, all of the things I think that, I mean, I still don't know how to do extensions, and they're going to be learning extensions in, as students. And so it's like, making sure that people are well equipped to do whatever they want to do.
That's what it sounds like. It's not just, okay, now you're done, good luck. It's actually getting that next level of them being able to ask questions and actually have that skill set, because I think it's so key for folks that take that next step. You have to have that confidence that you really know what you're doing, right?
Honestly, you hit the nail on the head. Like, that confidence is huge. The downstairs of the academy is set up like a proper salon. It's like you are the professional already. We want you to have the confidence that you can do anything.
Right.
We're there to support you, but you should feel like a professional within the first, 6 months of even being at the school, where you can go in and make those decisions. And confidence is definitely key.
Makes all the difference,
it
right?
Makes all the difference.
Definitely. Talking with Chelsea and Max from Hideout Academy. Again, hideoutacademy.com, 4409 Charlotte Avenue. You can also call them 615-998-8070. And again, I want to kind of get back to Monday's event, because I know I've actually talked to some friends yesterday that are so excited about Halloween week. It's like, that's just the setup every year. I think this is a great way to kick it off. Of course, there are a lot of things happening all over town, but 3 o'clock on Monday at Hideout Academy.
Yeah. It's free. We're also going to have a costume contest, and we're going to be doing a ton of giveaways. So definitely come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come see the space and see what we're all about.
Yeah, it's right down the street from us here.
Yeah.
Lightning 100.
Yeah. I think you guys are going to be there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So now I guess let's get to the brass tacks, if you will, the money. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there are some incentives and some programs that can actually assist folks that are interested in taking that next step in a career in this industry. Can you explain a little bit about that, Chelsea, and what those different levels are as far as tuition assistance and such?
Yeah, absolutely. So we launched the Hideout Grant recently, and really it came from this idea that, there's a lot of people who are struggling, obviously, but also, when you're self-paying and you're doing it all on your own, we want to make sure that there is some assistance there. Our final goal is to make sure that no one is not able to go to school because of financial issues. And we've been really successful with like figuring out remedies and working with people and seeing people as an individual, not as just like another applicant.
Right.
So we really sit down and have like one-on-ones and chat about like what their finances look like and how we can make this work to make sure that, they're successful and it's sustainable for the whole time. So the Hideout Grant gives up to $5,400 off of tuition. It's prioritized for self-pay students. So really those people who are just like have grit and they're gonna like
just
make
get
it
after
work.
it, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. So we want to make sure that, again, regardless of any circumstances, if you don't have a huge financial support system behind you, that
You got us.
you got us. We'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad actually just was in a meeting with a potential student the other day and was like, what? We'll make sure that no matter what, I'll pay that $50 off.
We're going to figure it out.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Again, Chelsea and Max joining me from Hideout Academy. You can visit hideoutacademy.com, 615-998-8070. And so you mentioned $5,400. I do want to say, too, because we've been, when we mention you guys here on the air, we've been saying, get enrolled for the classes that start on December 2nd. I think we should also mention that enrollment actually, there is an end date. There is kind of a deadline, November 17th. So if you've been thinking about it, putting it off, no, you need to show that, initiative and that drive, which I think that goes hand in hand with that confidence that comes with it. You got to have the confidence to know that you can do it, and then get in there and then do it, and then have that confidence to take that next step. But again, enrollment ends on November 17th. And I was also seeing there $1,000 available for all new students. Is that right?
Yeah, so our kits, which are absolutely amazing, they
Oh my
come with.
gosh.
Go
Wait.
ahead.
Okay.
Max,
wait.
tell us about the kids, would you please?
Wait.
You're just too excited. Go ahead.
Okay, so we were like just taking some content photos, like before the students started the first semester, and me and one of my coworkers. I've been a hairstylist for 5 years,
Okay.
and actually, it's only been 4, but that's crazy. But I started
Well,
beauty
let's just
school
go with
5
5.
years ago,
Okay.
and like we were looking at these kits. They got the nice rolly kits that I just bought myself last year, and shark fin shears, which are like very nice. Like, I mean, everything is like super top notch, and
We've
I
got
have
a lot
to,
of Evo products within there too.
Oh yeah, like everything is really, it's great. I'm like, Chelsea really spent the time to curate the kits so that it's something that people can have that's going to be sustainable. Like my shears from school, I could not wait to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But they got some really nice stuff.
We have good stuff. Yeah.
And like the stuff in the academy is really nice too. Trying to get those dryers at the salon.
So yeah, all new students will have $1,000 off of that
Yeah.
kit, and that goes into tuition. One thing that I do want to mention really quickly about tuition also is there are literally 0 hidden fees. There's no credit card fees. There's no extra application fee. There's like nothing. Again, not even charging for credit card fees.
Right.
Because we want to make sure that it's as transparent as possible. Like I hate when it's like that little nickeling and diming. I don't know if everybody ever goes to McDonald's and they're like, oh, you want an extra ranch?
Oh
It's
my
25
gosh.
cents.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah,
So
same
just
here.
full transparency and making sure that that like your tuition is your tuition. It's not going to go up from there.
All right. Chelsea and Max from Hideout Academy joining me here in the Hideout Academy studio, I should say. Again, we've got, who's going to be ready to celebrate on Monday from 3 to 8. The Little Weird Bazaar is happening at the campus, which we're excited about. And as Max mentioned, yes, we from Lightning 100 will be there as well. So I wanted to also ask you, Chelsea, how being a salon owner revealed to you the need for this type of education. Have you worked with people that you saw? It's almost like you saw a need and you're filling it and moving forward in what you're doing. But talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people come out of school, and in all honesty, in my 21 years, I have never seen someone come out of school and be able to be a hairstylist.
Just ready to go on day one. Have not seen a single one, huh?
Not single one.
Wow.
And it's that disservice, and it feels slightly predatory at some
Yeah.
point. So really, I think the most important thing in my life that I value is time. Time with my son, time with like learning, time traveling, or whatever that may be. And I feel like, I didn't want people to be robbed of their time anymore.
I kind of like when I graduated, graduating, I anticipated, like it was expected, I already knew that I was going to go into an apprenticeship program. Like there was no way that and I don't think that anybody else really that was in my class, like now that I'm thinking back on it, also expected that we were going to be ready. I think that we were all kind of set up to know that like we were still going to have to do quite a bit of learning.
Right.
There were a few students that like, in my class that like went and got their own like booths and stuff, and I was blown away, and they did not succeed, unfortunately. It's just, I mean, that's the truth. And I think that like when people get in these situations where they don't have the skill set, it kills their confidence.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not good at this. I don't want to do this,
Yeah, we want to make sure that people are set up for success properly.
Yeah.
And follow through
Confident.
that. One of the last things that we do before graduation is we have like a career matchmaker where you and I sit down, we figure out what salon is your vibe, we chat with salons, we pretty much, are just playing matchmaker, and we want to make sure that that's for a longevity.
Yeah.
It's not just, okay, go get a job. It's like you have to get the job.
Right.
You're spending
Yeah.
so much time there, so much energy, and building yourself there, that it really matters who you're around.
Definitely. And to your point, Max, too, I think that, and what we've already kind of touched, is giving your students that confidence that when they walk out the door, it's going to be, and it's to your point too, Chelsea, the fact that you sit down and talk with them to try to help them with that next step. It's not just take a step out the door, it's go in this direction because you're trying to connect those dots and help everyone
Yeah.
find their proper spot. So
Yeah. I
that's,
mean, salons are going to be asking for Hideout students.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they probably. Yeah, that's happening already, if not very soon. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
of it, definitely. Again, we've got Chelsea and Max joining us here from Hideout Academy, our studio sponsor here at Lightning 100. Hideout Academy, come as you are, leave as a pro. Join us on Monday, October 27th for a little weird bazaar that's happening as we get ready. It's a perfect kickoff to Halloween week. Again, I know some friends that are going to be coming out too, so we're looking forward to that. Hideoutacademy.com online. They're right down the street from us. We're here in Marathon Village. They're right down Charlotte Avenue, 4409 Charlotte. You can also call them at 615-998 8070. Thank you all so much again for your support of us here at Lightning 100 and for being with me this morning. I appreciate you coming in and letting folks know what's going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for being an indie radio station here in Nashville.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
We love
We're gonna
working
keep
with
going.
you guys.
Well, we love working with you as
Yeah.
well, and it's fantastic. I know we had met Chelsea previously a few weeks back, but it's great to meet you as well, Max, and thank you so much both for being here.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Monday for the Little Weird Bazaar, right? Again, 4409 Charlotte Avenue. Get all the details online and make sure you enroll if you haven't already, as enrollment ends November 17th for classes that start December 2nd. Visit hideoutacademy.com.
Hideout Academy goes beyond